Hello, welcome to my channel today. This is a King's Tutor. Okay, this is the first time of joining us. Thank you for joining us, and ensure you like, comment, and you share this video. Okay, now I want to continue our series on sequence and series. And we have looked at the arithmetic progression. We have looked at the n time of an arithmetic progression, and we have seen the sum of n time of an AP. If you have not seen that video, I'll drop it in my link below, or I will drop it up here. Okay, so I watched the series before this. Now I want to see geometric progression, which is the second part of sequence and series. Now, what is geometric progression? Now, we said while we're talking on arithmetic progression, there is a sequence or series in which there's a common difference between the given terms. So a geometric progression is a progression in which there's a constant ratio between the given terms. Okay, and this constant ratio is known as common ratio. Okay, so the geometric progression is a progression in which there's a constant ratio between the given terms, and the constant ratio is known as common ratio. Okay, for instance, if we have an item, we have a sequence like let's say 2, 4, 8, 16. And most time in some questions, they wouldn't tell you if a question is geometric progression or arithmetic progression. You can know that when for geometric progression, the difference will be given in terms of ratio, while for arithmetic progression, it is what common difference. Okay, so we said this constant ratio is known as common ratio, and it is always denoted with R. And it's always denoted with what? R. Okay, now to get this constant ratio, which is known as common ratio, you divide the second term by the first term, okay, or you divide the third term by the second term, or you divide the fourth term by the third term, like that. Okay, so the value it will give you should be the same to tag as what the common ratio. Okay, if it doesn't give you the same value, you know the question is not a geometric progression, because a geometric progression question should have the same ratio for the given terms. Okay, so for instance, now if we have a question like this, 2, 4, 8, 16, and you are asked to find the nth term of this question when it is silent. Now it is meant for you to find out if it is an AP or a GP. Now, if it is AP, it should give you common difference. We have done that. We said AP to get common difference is T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2. Okay, for AP, it is either addition or subtraction. Why for GP, it is what? Division. Okay, so when you treat this, for instance, if you are asked to find a number of terms given this sequence, if you try this, 4 minus 2 as term 2 minus term 1, 4 minus 2 is 2. We'll try this, 8 minus 4 is what? 4. So you notice it is not giving us the same. Okay, but if we try the ratio to see if it is a constant ratio, we'll say term 2 divided by term 1. What is term 2 here? 4 divided by what is term 1? 2. 4 divided by 2 gives us 2. We'll try another one. Term 3 divided by term 2. What is term 3? 8. Divided by term 2. Term 2 is what? 4. 8 divided by 4 is what? 2. We'll try another one. Term 4 divided by term 3. What is term 4? 16. Divided by term 3. Term 3 is what? 8. 16 divided by 8, 2. So you see that they all give you the same value, which means a constant ratio. It means this question is what? A GP. So to know a GP, it must give you what? A constant ratio. And to get a constant ratio, which is known as common ratio, it is T2 divided by T1, T3 divided by T2, and T4 divided by T3. Okay, so if we've known that, then we can move to the nth term of a GP. The nth term of a GP. The nth term of a GP. Now, the nth term of a GP is given as Cn equal A times R raised to the power of n minus 1. Now, we'll say where the Tn is the nth term, or is known as the last term, while A is the first term, R stands as the common ratio. Okay, so if you have gone through our AP, you will notice this remains the same. The only difference is the ratio as the nth term of an AP. You actually find the required term. Okay, now let's say an example. For instance, if we are giving an example, say we are giving this, and they said find the 10th term of the GP. Find the 10th term of the GP. Okay, now they've stated there that a GP, so we have solution. Now from this, now we have 2, 4, 8, 16. And the first thing we have to do is to ensure we record the formula with the Cn equals AR raised by n minus 1. Now say where A stands as our first term. What's the first term here? It is 2. So we have 2. Then our R is the common ratio. Now how do we get our common ratio? We said it's T2 divided by T1. That's term 2 divided by term 1. Now what is the term 2? The second term, that is 4 over term 1 is what? 2. 4 divided by 2 gives us what? 2. The next one, it is term 3 divided by term 2. What is term 3? 8 divided by what is term 2? 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So our common ratio is 2. Now n, now I forgot to put n here. N stands as the number of terms. The number of terms you are required to find. Okay? So our n here now serves as 10. So the number of terms we have to find here is 10. Okay? So if we substitute now we have T, our n is 10, that's the 10th term, equal our A is 2 times, our R is 2, raised to the power of our n is 10 minus 1. So if we have 2 times 2, 10 minus 1 is what? 9. Now please, when you get to this point, ensure you find the value of this before you multiply. So we'll have 2 times, now 2 raised to the power of 9, so I have 2 raised to the power of 9 will give us 512. So I have 512 equal, now 2 times 512 will give us 1024. So the value of the 10th term is 1024. Okay, so that is the value of the 10th term of the GP. Okay, so that's the first question. Now, if we also have another question, now let's say we have another question also. And they said find the 7th term. Okay, we have 3, 6, 12, and 24. And they said find the 7th term. So our 7th term can be, we have solution. Recall our formula as Tn equal A R raised by n minus 1. So we have, I said where our A is the first term, which is 3. Our R is a common ratio. And to get common ratio is T2 divided by what? T1. And what is T2? 6. Divided by what is T1? 3. 6 divided by 3 is what? 2. So we'll try another one. T3 divided by T2. What's T3? 12. Divided by what is T2? 6. 12 divided by 6 is what? 2. So our common ratio is what? 2. Then our n is the number of terms they're asking us to find, which is what? 7. So if we do that, we have T7 equal, our A is what? 3 times, our R is a common ratio as what? 2. Raised by our n is what? 7 minus 1. So we have 3 times 2. 7 minus 1 is 6. So we have 3 times 2 raised to the power of 6. 2 raised to the power of 6 will give us 64, and 64 times 3 will give us 192. So the value of the 7th term is 192. Okay, so that's how to solve the geometric progression and the end term. So we are going to see other questions relating to that, and also we're going to see different aspects, as the sum of GP and the sum of GP and the sum to infinity. So if you have not liked, please ensure you subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video. Okay, thank you very much.